Welcome to MRE Uncut, where we'll give you real and practical insights into the real estate scene in Melbourne. We'll discuss what's happening in the industry, all backed by MRE's history of over 30 years in the game. With that said, let's jump into this week's episode of MRE Uncut.
Welcome to another episode of MRE Uncut. My name is Sinead, and today I am joined by Chen, our branch manager at our MRE CBD office, and Izzy Morel, our employee experience lead.
You got it right that time.
I did.
Good on you.
Today's conversation is going to be based around the grass isn't always greener on the other side. And I think that that's sometimes a really big misconception with employment. I think sometimes you can get a bit stale in your position, and then so you go to seek another opportunity, and while it looks great on paper and, everyone's got they put their sales facade on, you get there and after a while you're like, oh, was it really that bad at my previous workplace? So, Jeff, can you walk us through initially what was your decision to leave, why you decided to leave MRE?
Yeah, sure. Just give you a little bit background. So I've been, I think from 2018, and I've been MRE for 3.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously it's progressed my career, and then end up as a senior property manager, managing 185 properties. Obviously that time during the lockdown, every business is struggling, especially real estate, I'm pretty sure. And that time even I have to do the Chinese-speaking BDM role. Plus we have another 2 junior property manager, and I can assist. That time I assist my team leader to monitor them and training them and coaching them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like really challenging.
You had your hands everywhere.
Yeah, for a little bit longer period of time. I can't remember how long, a few months or whatever. It's not easy at all, but I've done everything. Yeah. Then obviously I think that time I'm still like, well, I've been here for 3.5 years. I did everything the company asked me to do. I think I deserve a promotion or whatever shall be, whatever the opportunity come up. But unfortunately at that time, there's just no position available for whatever reason. So then obviously, one of the recruiter approached me, and there's a great opportunity, well-known company come up. They got another branch open. They're looking for branch manager, and then kind of like, as Sinead said, on the paper, tick all the boxes, kind of like a no-brainer. Yeah, then decide to move on. Yeah.
So with your next employer, you were obviously looking for like that leadership title. Was there anything else that you felt in your personal life that needed to change? Because I know that I was with my previous employer for 5 years, and you get a bit stale because that's all you've known for a long time. So did you feel like that? Did it, like your work life, affect your personal life, which also?
Not easy. Lockdown, imagine that time was like, 2 years?
And how old was Mason at that time?
My little one, probably 5.
Oh, wow. So you
5.
did like.
Very hard. I remember a few moments, my wife working full time too.
Yeah.
I imagine the moment my wife even carry Mason crying while she's working.
Yeah.
Because that time, for us, property manager, that's really challenging. My phone saying stop, right?
Yeah.
All the stuff coming up. So I don't have any time, business hours, I don't have any time. Even work from home, I don't have time to do anything else. Yeah. But my wife, okay. So I think this combination of everything.
Yeah.
Obviously it's a pay. That's another motivation because, the money talks.
Yeah, 100%.
But most important, I think that's still the opportunity, the title, responsibility, all of that. That's tricking me to make a move. Yeah,
definitely. What were some of the key experiences or lessons that you learnt while being away from MRE, and how have they shaped your perspective of being a branch manager now?
Sure. I think one thing I learned is actually, I'll be honest, it's very struggling at the beginning when you go into the new company, because they open a brand new office. Literally, my title as a branch manager I'm a branch manager. I have to do every single thing, include what kind of stationery I need for my office. It's literally everything. My office is empty as. Only thing I got is a chair and a table. That's all I got. So yes, it's not easy at the beginning, especially MRE is well organized.
Yeah.
So many things. I don't need to worry about it. You are the property manager. You just worry about property manager side. You got a HR. You got a support team to doing the rest of it for you. But now you go into the new workplace. It's like wow. But for return, I learned so many things.
Yeah.
Make you a stronger person, leader, resilience, decision making, and it's kind of like I think the most important for me is you have to have a business mindset. It's like, hey, I'm the owner now. I'm not even just a staff. What should I do? How I do it?
You were making the decisions.
Like literally every single, no, but you still get the boss to prove that. But literally you have to drive. You can't wait because there's no one else going to help you.
Yeah.
Because you got a title, sorry, you're going to do all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long were you at the other agency for?
2 years.
2 years. So 2 years is ticking on by. Obviously, I assume you're back here, so you started to miss MRE.
Yeah.
What were those factors that made you miss MRE? Like you've said that we've got the bigger base basically at the back end to help you, but what was the point where you're like, nah, I want out?
Sure.
I called you.
Yeah, you called me.
You called him?
Yeah,
that was going to be
me.
my next
You
question.
called
I was
me.
like, did you hit Izzy out?
So what I think happened, I can remember this quite well. We were looking at, expanding that EQ team and I had thought about you maybe a month prior, and then one night Steve Fitzsimon, give him a plug in, he just did his generic emails that he sends to people with everything in the subject line said Jeff Chen ? And I woke up the next morning and I was like, I'm on it. And I called you.
Yeah. I think for me, be honest, I'm the loyal person. I don't like change.
Yeah.
If you look at my career, I've done years of hospitality and I always stay one company for as long as possible until the next opportunity or something really happen. And so same thing. So I'm really comfortable with my that time with that agency, no problem. They treated me really well.
Yeah.
But the few things obviously is make a move. Number one, of course, I'm still attached to MRE. Otherwise I won't be there for 3.5 years.
Yeah.
And another thing is I just still feel, MRE, they got so many great people in different field, which is I can learn. I just give example. I say we talk about Steve in the BDM part. Like he got a years experience. And literally, there's so many things I can learn. Even we talk about a marketing point of view. We talking about HR. Yes, I'm the branch at that time. A branch manager was that agency, but there's only so much I can learn from another people.
Yeah.
So I do feel MRE give you the better or bigger platform, and for you to. Of course, you want to learn. If you want to learn, there's opportunity for you to pursue it further.
Yeah, and I think there's a misconception as well with like small versus larger agencies. People think that they can really grow in a smaller agency because there's more opportunity, there's less people.
Yes.
I actually kind of go the other way, and I think the bigger the team, the more opportunity because we're growing at full speed ahead.
Yes.
So there's things coming out left, right and centre. Sometimes I have a week where there's no recruitment needed and then, 2 days later, we're on again.
Yeah.
So it's ever evolving.
It depends. I think it depends on what kind of people you are. If you are career driven, you want to do better, you challenge yourself on a daily basis, 100%. Vice versa, maybe someone, be honest, they just want to comfortable. They just clock on, clock off. I don't need to be a boss one day. I just want to be doing whatever I'm doing. And so obviously it's not an option.
Yeah.
But definitely I think MRE is kind of like the first option. Like if you want to do better, you want to learn from the best, definitely this is a place to be.
We're like an ex-boyfriend. You just keep on coming back.
Keep sliding into your DMs, quite literally.
Right.
Rents have increased by 12.58% in the past 12 months across MRE's portfolio. If your property hasn't seen the same growth, get it expertly appraised by contacting MRE now on 9829 2900 or visit our website by searching for MRE.today.
How do you compare MRE in 2024 to MRE back in 2022?
Yeah. Lots of things change.
Yeah.
And I think another thing is because my role changed too. So the way I see things is different.
Yeah.
Back all day I'm just a staff. I don't really get involved too much management point of view. But now obviously I'm one of the key members now, management. So I contribute, I observe, I getting involved more leadership point of things. So I think the main thing is I feel the team's more connected.
Yeah.
Or in other words, I say the management willing to learn or hear the feedback from the staff,
100%.
which is good for the staff wise. Be honest with you, because at the end of the day, you want a management is more approachable and they're willing to adjust according to the staff. Because so this is two-way traffic. So I do feel that way.
Yeah.
And the team, is more combined.
Yeah.
Especially we have two offices. I do feel these two offices. I've been here for 6 months now. I try my best. This is my goal anyway. I feel I want these two offices is kind of like come together,
Connect more.
Connect more.
It is hard having two offices.
Not easy at all.
It's not easy.
Location wise, and especially nature of the business. Everyone busy. You don't have time to just running around, muck around or something. Everyone's busy with something, but we try to encourage them or using every opportunity as possible, like a training. Every Friday we do a training or something. We try to make sure these two team are even.
And you guys stick around as well.
Try
There's
to.
always spare desks somewhere as well, and we have our BDMs if they're in the city or sales.
I was
if
going to
they're
say
in the city.
the last. Sorry for I just did a
that's
Steve
okay.
on you and jumped over you.
All right. It's okay because it's you.
The connection between the South Yarra and the CBD office in the last 6 months has been extraordinary. It's not just two different offices. It's one office just in two different locations. And I think that with you coming back, that's really transitioned that way. I think that's been an amazing achievement.
Yeah.
And now we can actually, and now I'm interrupting you,
go for it.
but now we can actually go, okay, if we do want to open up another office, this will work because we are still so connected and we're trying to do as much as we possibly can through social club activities, training, whatever it is, allowing there to be those spare desks, spare car parks, whatever it is for people to work, in the city or in South Yarra as well.
Yeah.
I think the very important is, for me, I always say this way, the leader, the people, someone need to drive. And this sort of stuff, spare desk, we got another thing. It's always there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how are we going to use them? How are we going to, this all depends on leader. If the management, doesn't care or doesn't drive, this is not going to happen.
No one will want to come to work.
And also it's not just management have to drive once, it's consistency. It's become a daily things. So this is kind of like, this is a challenging part. It's not that easy.
No.
And sometimes maybe it doesn't work for short term. So you have to keep going, never give up. So this is a part of the thing is to be a good leader. It's a very challenging job.
Yeah. And I think that's what you wanted. Like I remember you on the phone, you were like, I'm ready for my next
100%.
challenge as well.
100%.
So I think you've slotted perfectly back into the team.
Yeah.
Do you think that those values and that you've just described before have been really well utilised coming back from MRE? Like, because I know that a lot of people can go back and you do take something from a previous employee and you bring it back, you adapt it, you make it the Jeff way and then you combine it with the MRE way. Like, do you feel that has been beneficial for your career and how you're managing the CBD team?
I think first thing first, you need to know what you're doing. And I think one thing, talk about the last 2 years, one thing I learned is just resilience. I think it's very important. Lots of people have an idea, but they give a go, then didn't work, or whatever shall be, they'll just give up. All right, you know what, whatever. So I think very important is you need to know what you're doing. And if you want to go, and before you achieve that goal, then just never give up.
Yeah.
And I always say to all my team, and also as a leader, you just have to be positive. You cannot be the people's like around all the negative stuff. So this is very, very important. So every time people see you, you have to set as example and make sure people follow. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen you in a bad mood.
I try to hide as much as I can. But it's this sort of thing is very easy to say how to do. Not easy at all. Yeah. Because we're dealing with people.
Yeah.
It's a people business, as
correct.
Pete would say.
Even
this is a
we talk
people
about
business.
staff, we talk about the landlord, the renter, the trade. We're dealing with people on daily basis. So this is a hard part. Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone at the CBD team came up to you and said, Jeff, I feel like I've come to a bit of a standstill in my
Sure.
time here at MRE, what advice would you give them?
Sure. First thing first, we need to know exactly what they want.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people say, "Oh, Jeff, I'm bored. I'm this. I want this." And first thing first, like, well, what do we want? What exactly what you want? And then we let's say we write things down or we list the things they want. And the first thing first, we need to see whether MRE or whatever the company can deliver that. And before we talk about next step, because a lot of people think, "Oh, I want this one," but do you really have what it takes? I can give you a position tomorrow. I can make you one of the whatever you want. You want a senior, I'll give you senior. But actually, can you deliver? Because we don't want to set you for failure. Rather make sure we do it properly and make sure you got all the tools, all the skill set, all the things ready before you go to next move. Because I think that's more important than just rush through. Yes, and I'm sure some people might say, "Oh, I want a promotion. I go to another agency. I get another thing." 100%. But is that really what you want? Or is that really that company really gonna deliver the things you really want long term? Yeah.
So Jeff, in your opinion, is the grass always greener?
Obviously it's no. I'm back.
Welcome back. Woo!
Welcome back, baby.
Thank you for joining me on an episode of MRE Uncut. I'm looking forward to seeing the expansion of the CBD team. We think you're doing great things over in the studio department. And yeah, thanks for being on.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for having me.